Hey everybody, today on The Modern Defender, I'm going to teach you how to use your walking stick as your primary tool against multiple attackers. Stick around. But before I get started, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Alright everybody, so defending ourselves against two attackers, just using our walking stick, isn't the ideal situation, but it can certainly be done. As you know, I'm a big fan of carrying other tools on you, but today we're going to focus on having just a walking stick. All right, so when faced with two people who are trying to hurt you, you don't want to stand directly in between them. You can, but what that's going to do is that's going to give them the ability for both of them to strike you at the same time. Now, having a walking stick, you could say, well, I could just go bam, bam. You could certainly do that. But for this exercise, we're going to work on getting to the outside of the first guy, making it very difficult for that second guy to hit me at the same time the first guy attempts to. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these Century Versus bags. I like the fact that they can kind of move towards you. And we're going to step off the line right away and hit the body. The legs, the body, the groin. And the reason why I want to go low first is because I want their hands to drop. Instinctively, if a human gets hit below the belly, their hands are going to drop. I want to open the window of opportunity for me to strike the face, the head, okay, the throat. I want to end this threat, this first threat, immediately. If I don't deal with this first guy appropriately, they're both going to attack me at the same time, and it's going to be very difficult for me to constantly move off the line if they're both kind of coming from different directions at this point. All right, so what we're going to do is this guy comes at us, stepping off the line, striking low. And all we're going to do from here is we want to end this threat right away, so we're going to come up, either hit the top of the head, or we're going to come up and strike across the throat. Remember, their hands have dropped, okay? And I'm going to hit them so fast that they're not going to have time to move out of the way. All right? So again, bad guys coming at me off the line down, strike. Or what we can do from there is off the line. This guy can't get me now. I hit him low and come over the top, right on top of the head. The only thing I don't like about going over the top and striking the head is made to take some impacts. Okay, we've all bumped our heads pretty hard. You can take a pretty serious knock to the head. Whether or not you're going to be take one from my walking stick is a different story. But I do like hitting low and then hitting high right away, right across the throat. Hitting the throat is going to instantly incapacitate them. They'll be able to survive it. It's not going to kill them, but it's going to be a shot where they're not going to be able to breathe. And when you can't breathe, you can't fight. So now we're going to lead into this next guy. Now, let's say this guy goes down. Okay, he's down. Bam. What I want to do is now I want to close the distance for this guy because he may have a weapon and decide to pull it out. It could be a gun, it could be a knife, it could be pepper spray. He could want to spray me. I don't want any of that stuff. So I have two choices. Continue to create a gap away from him, or I can close the gap and deal with him. So what I'm going to recommend you do for this exercise, again, it's just for this exercise, is after you've taken this guy down, we're going to step. Now, he's probably still moving in my direction, or he said, oh shit, that guy just kicked my buddy's ass. I'm going to get the hell out of there. That is definitely a possibility that could happen. Either way, if I don't feel that I can vacate the area safely, I'm going to close the distance on the second attacker. And what we're going to do from there is we take this guy down. All I'm going to do is put the weapon back up in front of me, my walking stick back up in front of me, and see what he's going to do. If he wants to come at me, I'm going to say get off the line in the other direction. So here's what we're going to do. Let's work both of these. Let's do this striking progression slowly so you guys can kind of bake this into your practice routine. Remember, practice is key, kids. Let's do it, okay? So he's going to come out. We're going to go here, low, this. I'm going to bring it back up. This guy might be coming at me. Step off the line as we strike. Now from here, I'm just going to drive a driving strike, kind of like a left cross to the face or the throat. Ideally, the throat. Listen, I'm not trying to kill these guys. I'm stopping my attack on them once they have stopped their attack on me. So once their threat stops, I stop. Then I vacate the area, get to a safe location, and then call 911. Now keep in mind, while defending yourself using your walking stick, you might miss. They may require extra striking, okay? And when you strike, you need to hit with force. Striking vital areas of the body are going to take less strikes to hurt them than, say, hitting them in the arm, okay? I don't want to hit his arm. I don't want to, hurt this guy as in cause him pain. I want to injure this guy so that he can't come back at me, and that way I can get out of the area safely. Remember, if you're an innocent party, you have a legal right to defend yourself. Remember that. You must be an innocent party. You can't instigate these guys into an altercation. You need to make sure you're completely minding your own business. They brought this attack upon you, and you're now going to unleash the skills that you've learned and that you've practiced on these two idiots. Let's try this striking progression again. So again, we're here. 1, 2, over the top. Hands back up on guard. This guy comes at me, off to the side, and whoop, or off to the side and strike. So now let's try these striking progressions on human targets. The first guy comes in, we're going to step to the outside. 1, 2. Or the option for that would be to the outside, low, high, right over the top. The second attacker, we approach, we get our stick up. He makes his move. We step to the outside, drive it to the throat. Or we step to the outside and strike across the throat that way. Either way, we want to strike the vital points of the body to cause maximum damage so we can get the hell out of there. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of The Modern Defender on walking stick self-defense, defending against multiple attackers. Please hit me up in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time on The Modern Defender. Stay safe out there, everybody.